Hey, good morning from beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. I know it's a little overcast and you're going to think, well, it's a little cloudy, but I am telling you, if you're in Blue Ridge, Georgia, it's always a beautiful day. I'm your host, BKP. We look forward to Friday. Sam and Rose and I, Rose, our new social media director, joins us in the morning, and we have an interactive show that you have started to get involved in and send us messages. So we want you to know that you can communicate with us, 706-889-9700 for text messages, chief@fetyournews.com for emails concerning anything we're talking about throughout the morning, and also follow us on Twitter. I am sorry, every time I have to push myself through that because I never thought I'd ask somebody to follow me. Follow us on Twitter @FetYourNews, @FYNTV. That shiny object in the window, and I know every time I see a shiny object, Sam gets nervous because it's like squirrel. Okay, but was that who we're waiting on? That shiny, nice object that went through the window?
Dr. Whaley.
Yeah, that's that truck, right? I'm telling you. I got to give it to the guy. He bought the most beautiful truck. Dr. Whaley will be with us at 8:15. Ask the Doc. Follow us on Twitter @FetYourNews, @FYNTV. And also, you can check out all of our videos on our YouTube channel, FYNTV Fet Your News. Now, after saying all that, we're at Sycamore Crossing. Have I told you yet I'm BKP? Have I told you I'm in Blue Ridge? Have I told you how beautiful it is? Oh, we've covered that already. I'm at Sycamore Crossing. I've got Tupelo tea. I've got Dr. Whaley getting ready for 8:15. Just drove up in that beautiful truck. I've got Kinty, the Peruvian store. Wow, what a store. I mean, I'm telling you, you should come up and check out Kinty, the Peruvian store. We have the New Blue Home and Gift, and we have the Broken Bull. And you know, one of our viewers last week called me and said, I just went in the Broken Bull because I see the advertising on your show, and I just went into the Broken Bull, and they have great value. We call it quality, very quality clothing, but great value in the Broken Bull. And I spent a whole lot of money there and came out with a lot of nice stuff. So, Broken Bull, New Blue Home and Gift, Kinte, the Peruvian store, and Sam and Rose. What do we always wait for at 10? Let's hear it. Tupelo tea. Clay will be here. We always give a challenge to Clay every Friday morning at 10 a.m. and he enjoys it. And Clay, do you accept the challenge? And he does. So, yes, I'm in a great mood because it's Friday. Why am I in such a great mood? Why? There's got to be a reason. It's Football Friday. It's Fetch Football Friday. That's right. That's what it is. Fetch Football Friday. Gilmer Fannin. Come on, folks. You've waited all year. Tonight, under the lights. The purple and the gray and the Rebels and the Bobcats. I will be there on the sideline. Look for me. FetYourNews.com. Team FYN Sports will be on both sidelines. It's our Fetch Game of the Week. Fetch Team FYN Sports Game of the Week. That's tonight. Pickens Dragons are playing tonight. Everybody's out and about. High school football is going to start tonight around Georgia, and we love it. Let's see what I have to say next. Eclipse. Now, let's get serious for a minute. Let's get very serious. Let's bring it down. Let's get serious. We're going to talk on the All-Star panel when we get over to that. Don't forget, at 9 o'clock, the All-Star panel. Rick and Bruce will be here. We never know what Bruce will say. Rick will tell some jokes, and he thinks they're funny. So, you got to tune in. And then there's me. All-Star panel at 9 o'clock. What we're going to do at 9 o'clock, we are going to talk about what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. We're going to talk about the removal of Confederate statues and monuments throughout cities and states and parks everywhere in the South. And, hey, I even heard that we're going to take Lincoln down out in Chicago. Really? Illinois? Lincoln? Maybe it's not true. I don't know. We're going to talk about that at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk about the senators that now feel they have the courage. We're going to do that at 9 o'clock. The courage to come out against the president. We're going to talk about all of that. But here's what I want to talk about this morning. And this is, please stay with me. I thought about whether I should do this or not, and I put on the internet to be here for my opening Eclipse Monologue. Okay? And I thought this morning when I got up, should I do this? Should I say this? And then I came up with yes. Because, folks, we live in a different world than 9/10. You see, there was 9/10, then there was 9/11, and then there was 9/12. Whether we want to accept it, acknowledge, remember it, I understand the pain it is. But we live in a different world than 9/10. We live in a 9/12 world still today. And we're reminded of that last night, or yesterday afternoon, as we started seeing horrific pictures out of Barcelona, Spain. 13 dead, 100 now wounded. By somebody that thought they would go through a crowd with a vehicle and mow people down. And immediately, ISIS is taking credit for it. ISIS is sent out through the internet in different channels. ISIS is sent out through the internet in different channels saying that they are going to use train and different means of attacking us. So I just want to say this, and please don't take this wrong. And I'm not trying to scare anybody. I swear I'm not. But I just feel it's something I have to say. Please be vigilant. Because whether you believe it or not, the eclipse is a big deal. Whether you believe it or not, the media is all over the eclipse. Whether you believe it or not, the other day I received an email from Oregon that has been reading Fetch Your News Eclipse updates. Robin in Towns has been doing a great job up there in Towns County writing eclipse updates about emergency management training and simulation and what the preparation is. Mark in Union County has been putting up information for FetchYourNews.com concerning the eclipse and emergency management and preparing. I personally, your host, I was over in Cherokee County, North Carolina, and I attended an hour-and-a-half PowerPoint presentation from the Cherokee County, North Carolina Sheriff, Mr. Sheriff Palmer, and all the EMS directors and first responders on a training on what they are doing for Andrews, North Carolina, which is there's like 3 prime spots. And believe it or not, Andrews, North Carolina is like 1, 2, or 3 in the total eclipse viewing area. 2 minutes and 58 seconds, so one of the longest. So my point is, I've attended all of these. They are looking for 30,000, 40,000. They're looking for thousands of people to be here. I have talked to a produce manager over at Ingles. I don't care, say it. He's a great guy, and Ingles is a great store. And I think you know, I eat lunch there about 4 times a week. I mean, if somebody comes in and says, Sam, where's BKP? Sam says, have you checked Ingles? I'm serious. Everybody knows that. Okay. So anyhow, the produce manager over at Ingles, I'm talking to him, and I just said, are you seeing, what are you seeing as far as people coming into the area? He said he has been restocking the shelves 3 times instead of 2 times a day. And I'm not saying sometimes, but they've been additional stocking the shelves. He has talked to people from Spain. He went on a list of the people that he has spoke to that's from out of this country that's visiting for the eclipse. There's not a cabin. There's not a motel room available. They are looking for people to just pick big parking lots and pack them. Now, will this turn out to be what we think it is? We have had national news, international news. We have been contacted here at Fetch Your News. All the coverage we have given it. The list goes on. So my point is I'm always saying this. My hope is everybody enjoys Monday, really, and everybody sees this scientific, fantastic scientific eclipse, and it's something that you remember forever, I hope. And Tuesday, the sun shines again, and we're all safe, and we really enjoyed it, and we also thank you for coming to North Georgia, spending your money, and splossed dollars at work. We love all of that. But in the reality, I call it the never could happen here zone. Okay? And what happened in Barcelona? Every morning after 9/11, I don't know what you do, I understand, but I turn on the news. And I look to see if something happened. I look to see if the world still exists. And you may think it's a joke, but I do. I get up every morning, I look at the news. Did anything happen in the world? I mean, yesterday in Barcelona, 13 dead, 100 wounded. Folks, all I'm asking you this weekend, be vigilant, pay attention to where you are, be aware of your surroundings, be careful, okay? I know the local authorities are ready, and again, I'm not trying to scare you, but we are going to have massive crowds this weekend and Monday. Be aware of your surroundings, watch your neighbor left and right, whether you like what I'm saying or not. And the best thing I could do is come Tuesday and say, wow, everything went off, everything's perfect, the sun is shining, and there's not one incident. But I am asking you, these people don't like us, folks. They don't like you and I. And there's more highlight on this event. There's as much highlight on this event almost like it's coming up to a Super Bowl. And you know how concerned we get with major sporting events, major crowds. What you don't know is anytime there's expected major crowds, there's authority that we don't see and hear that's preparing for things that could happen. Promise you, I didn't come to catch anybody off guard or say anything to upset anybody or deter us enjoying Monday. I'm just telling you to be very vigilant come this Monday during the eclipse. Okay? No jokes aside, it might be a little dark, might not be able to see everything. You know what? I think if you apply, I'm not being a smart aleck. I think if you apply as much interest on your surroundings and what's going on Monday as you are whether your glasses have the proper ISO rating and barcode, the little paper glasses, we could be okay. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. Beautiful, beautiful Blue Ridge. I love being here on Friday. And we get out of the office. You know what I mean? I call them the interrogation lights. I mean, Sam's got 12 of them pointed at me. And she says that's what it takes to make me halfway presentable. Anyhow, I call them the interrogation lights. Folks, at 10 o'clock, at 10:03, I start flicking those lights on. And man, you got to get these up. Out here, the breeze. Background, we have background noise. We're sorry, folks, the lapels are in the shop for some repairs. So we're working off the mics here. We got downtown Blue Ridge, Budweiser will be here soon. Yuengling, right? We get 2 deliveries usually, Yuengling and Budweiser. Make sure there's plenty of beer for the weekend, right, folks? They'll be going by. Dr. Whaley will be in here right after these commercials. I just want to say something, okay? And I want to give you a little tease for 9 o'clock. In Charlottesville, a tragic end to a beautiful life happened last Saturday in Charlottesville, Virginia. I want you to think about this. Immediately, the media attacked the president. Immediately, the media was able to determine, CNN, MSNBC, all of them, immediately the media was able to determine it was not waiting for facts, it was neo-Nazis, white supremacists, skinheads. Immediately. They did not pause with their accusations. They did not pause with their determination. They took your president to task because he said he was against all hate groups. Immediately. In Barcelona, Spain last night, you remember Jihad John? Just the guy with the British accent, black bag over his head, yellow, orange jumpsuit. That, you know, we go on YouTube and cut somebody's head off. Sorry for a Friday morning, but remember that? And say ISIS, remember that? Well, yesterday, 13 dead, 100-ish injured. ISIS actually came out and took responsibility for it. They claimed it immediately. Now, last Saturday, back up, last Saturday, neo-Nazis did not come out and take honor in this lady dying. I'm not taking up for them, I'm just painting something. White supremacists did not come out and issue a statement saying, we're so glad this woman is dead, we accomplished what we wanted. None of that happened, right? But ISIS comes out and says, last night, the 10 dead and 100 injured in Barcelona, Spain, ISIS says, we did that. We did it. We take responsibility. We own it. Here's what MSNBC said this morning, folks, at 6 o'clock. Okay? Mika Brzezinski. This is what she said. ISIS makes claim, but we have no proof at this time. NBC cannot verify that ISIS carried out the attack. That's what they said. Now you gotta understand, ISIS has already taken the blame, said it was us, they're proud of it, it's all over the internet. Last Saturday, no tweets from anybody proud to have killed this woman. Nobody. But MSNBC paused this morning. ISIS makes the claim, this is what they said, ISIS makes the claim, but we have no proof at this time. NBC, this is the quote, NBC cannot verify that ISIS carried out the attack. It's funny to me, you were able to verify the president, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, alt-right, a dog walking down the street last week in Charlottesville. Thank you for taking the time to see if you have the correct party. I'm your host, BKB, beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. We're going to take a break. Hey, you can see the All-Star panel is going to be fired up. Pet of the week, 9:45 to start. Do we know who we have? Who do we have? Augie. Oh, you're going to want to meet Augie, 9:45. Who do we have laughing? Ruby? Rudy or Ruby? Oh my gosh. I know some of you viewers sent a message to me and said I bonded with Ruby last week. I did, but Augie at 9:45. But right after these messages, Dr. Whaley. Take us a break, Sam. 8:17, not bad.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
20% off is a big number, but you always save big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. And now during Malibu month, every new Malibu LS is discounted 20% off at Days, starting from just $19,900. Plus, huge discounts on Silverado crew cabs too, from just $35,900. So if a low price makes you smile, come save 20% off at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine.
El Rey.
El Rey and Ellijay.
We're back, and I'm your host, BKP. Don't forget, Rose is here and ready to respond to your questions and anything that you may follow. Want to send us 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, and chief@fedyournews.com. Every Friday morning at this time, we're joined by Dr. Whaley. We appreciate and thank the Georgia Cancer Specialist for sponsoring this segment. And Dr. Whaley joins us, so you know he's going to be here. And throughout the week, if you want to tweet something or send us a text for Rose that we can get to Dr. Whaley throughout the week, we'll be glad to try to get your question. Good morning. Glad to have you back, sir.
Yeah, well, I don't have a joke about golf or anything about rocket science or anything like Dr.
You know, you
Tickman,
need to
but-
get ready to start writing your material.
Yeah.
You know, it is beautiful, and I always like to open every segment with I'm blessed to get to come here on Friday and join all of my friends in this courtyard at this beautiful Sycamore Crossing. I can't say it. I appreciate you and your wife. I mean, let's be candid.
You enjoy the Budweiser truck.
Oh yeah, we get two beers.
Because you don't drink anything.
I
You just
know,
watch
I
it.
don't.
I'm a witness. I
You're-
drink the Budweiser and the Yingling, and he doesn't anyway.
Okay.
And Ray doesn't either.
Huh?
Ray doesn't either. So.
Everybody knows I'm water with lemon. We go somewhere and everybody say Bud or this or that, start ordering, and one water with lemon.
There you go.
Dr. Whaley, glad to have you back. We know you've been traveling, and yes, Dr. Raymond Tidman was with us last week. Any opening remarks? We usually give you an opportunity to have any opening remarks or something you may want to share before we jump right into the questions.
I thought you were very astute on that MSNBC unable to confirm, because I don't read anything about the devil or any bad influences. I try not to open myself up to negative stuff, and so I don't watch MSNBC. And
I don't
I know
want
that
to.
you have to, because you're
Yes.
gathering material for your show. But I would say without MSNBC, I'm occasionally exposed to things like that when I'm in public places such as CNN, which I do have to see when I
That would
walk.
be the airport.
Well, yes, or
Yes.
walk through the lobby of some of these buildings around here. And you're exactly right. I hadn't thought of it that way, but we're going to talk a little bit later about the the body of evidence that you can say this is a fact versus skeptical utilization of anecdotal stuff and establishing it as fact. And we'll do that in a little while. And we'll talk about alternative medicine and Steve Jobs and people who go to Mexico for alternative treatments and things like that. And you've got absolute proof positive facts over here, and you've got they went off half cocked within seconds on the Charlottesville thing, and 24 hours later, you can't drag the truth out of them with a daggum chain.
Yeah, and for our viewers out there, the tragedy that took place in Barcelona was, for us in America, we were watching that late yesterday afternoon into the evening, so they've had 14, 16 hours to start, so that's just the point I was making. It's interesting that they're able to make these determinations at certain times when it benefits a direction I think they're going.
Yeah,
but ISIS.
Think about the country, though. If that had occurred in Germany, with the mindset of them in terms of immigration, you would expect a less intense. This was terrorism right off the bat. The Spanish labeled it terrorism within about 8 minutes. The government of Spain. And the Spanish have been extremely tight about immigration since their tragedy on the train, which was, 2 years ago, and they killed hundreds. And Spain is not one of these countries that wants everybody to come on in. We're a sanctuary country and a sanctuary city because people are using southern Spain, which is literally right across from the Rock of Gibraltar to immigrate these illegal people into the country, and they're pretty tough. And for this to happen in Spain, where they're pretty tough, it's a wake-up call for them. I think we're pretty tough, and we're just lucky we haven't had one. And to talk about your talk about if you're going to be in a big crowd in a public place here next Monday afternoon, watch the thing with the proper glasses and watch your surroundings with the proper degree of
I'm not trying
alertness.
to fear.
No, you're not. No, I don't.
I really am. I
look,
thought about that this morning. But after that,
it's just like wear your seatbelt. You say, look, you hope you don't need your seatbelt, but if you're not wearing it, you're an idiot. And you hope you don't need to be vigilant, but if you're not vigilant, you're an idiot. So let's just call that a seatbelt for your surroundings.
Well, that is a great segue. Maybe it's not.
I like seatbelt for your surroundings. That
was a great segue, but I do want you to know, we did represent you last week. Rick Glickard. Rick brought a tab.
Oh, great.
Yes, he brought a tab. He had a tab, and he said, I knew Dr. Whaley wouldn't be here today, so I had to make sure we had a tab on the set.
All right.
So let's venture into our questions.
Okay.
And we'll start with this one because thyroid. And that is sometimes it's difficult to get thyroid balance and diagnosis and get things in a direction. And I'm just going all the way around it. There's an overactive, underactive. Are there any natural substances, anything naturally, which helps with a thyroid problem?
The truth of the matter is, high thyroid or low thyroid function due to illness, the answer is no. You're too young, I'm old enough, your mother, we came through the generation where there was a condition very common, particularly in this area of the country and up through the middle part of the U.S., Iowa, and so forth, where people had huge growths in their neck. It would hang down like this, and they were slow to move. And they had a goiter in relationship to low dietary iodine.
Yeah, we talked with salt, right?
Yeah, no. Dietary iodine has to come from generally something that had to do with the sea.
Right.
Seafood would do it.
Okay, got it.
Now. So people who lived in areas that had been under the ocean, South Georgia, under the ocean was under the ocean, that's why it's flat. The people in Appalachia and in Middle America, which had never been under the sea, their natural foods growing out of the ground did not have sufficient iodine in them. once it was identified that that was the issue, there was no refrigeration in those days. You can't get fish from the ocean to Iowa because there's no way to, you could salt it, but basically you can't get there. And they learned that if they could take iodine and put it in salt, and you go back to the Morton salt label with the little girl standing there with the umbrella, and it says iodinized or non-iodinized. Salt didn't have iodine in it until they added iodine to it, and that eliminated that problem. So, yes, if you need enough iodine in your diet, and those people who are afraid of fluoride and afraid of immunizations and afraid of everything else, and won't buy iodinized salt, are being protected by the rest of the world who are putting iodinized salt in everything you buy that's not made in your home. So you don't really have to go looking for iodine today, but that would be basically the only natural thing that would protect you from an environmental low thyroid. Most low thyroid disease is the result of an antibody that attacks the thyroid, more common in women than men. Occurs in the 3rd and 4th decade of life. So Sam over there, who's 19 years old, it would occur after she turns 20, which is her 3rd decade of life. And then for the rest of us, after they turn 30 or 40, more women than men. And there's no natural thing that'll build that back up again. You got to go get it treated.
Okay, now, somehow, every week, there's some question that I always claim that gets slipped in that may deal with me. Or I have, I really think there's some question that gets slipped in every week. They tell me, no, we promise. But this one here, what does the research say? What does the research say about the relationship between food additives and ADHD?
We've talked about food additives on multiple occasions, and once again, we've got...
I think she sends him at the same time every week.
The guy with
We'd Eat That Hill.
The We'd Eat That Hill, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
We've talked about this a bunch of times and related to other things. First of all, there isn't a mother that I've seen yet who doesn't talk about their child going off on a sugar high. There really isn't any such thing as a sugar high, but I use that because the theory that refined sugars or refined foods can induce attention deficit disorder is not an established fact. I spent 2 days last week before I was called away in a family emergency in an aviation flight safety seminar, which sounds terribly boring, but 1/2 of one day was spent on these places where you have seen commercial pilots drive their airplane into the ground and kill the people on board. The German who did it in Austria not long ago, the Japanese who drove his airplane into the ocean outside Tokyo Bay. They had a disorder called manic depressive disorder. And manic depressive disorder, we're just going to sit over here, has nothing to do with ADHD. But it brought up the long discussions about the way that diagnoses are made in a social environment or in the public versus scientifically. When ADHD is diagnosed based upon parents' observations of their kids and teachers filling out questionnaires, which is the way the majority of ADHD diagnoses are made, and then they're labeled ADHD by the school, and then the pediatricians treat them. It turns out that only about 60 to 70% of those kids actually have ADHD, which is diagnosed by psychological testing by a neuropsychologist. So there's this huge population of people that do not have ADHD but have behavior disorders and they're compulsive or impulsive or whatever, but they really don't have ADHD. Make a long story short, no food additives or anything of that sort causes ADHD, but the truly diagnosed ADHD, diagnosed by neuropsych testing, has got some causations that our people ought to think about. The most established one, well, first of all, it's present from the day you're born. Primarily, there is a biochemical activity in the brain that is disordered, and it is basically a genetic one. So we'll come back to that again in a minute. In the influences that we know that can occur during pregnancy that are statistically associated with an increase in ADHD is the mother being exposed to passive smoke. Now, we know mothers aren't supposed to smoke when they're pregnant, but that doesn't mean that they're not living in the house with a husband and several other family members who still smoke. So the recommendation is secondhand smoke kept to a minimum. There is a much looser association with mothers who have alcohol during their pregnancy, but we already know that there's an admonition not to drink when you're pregnant because of other fetal alcohol syndromes, but ADHD happens to be one. We also know that babies who are born premature or low birth weight tend to have probably a ADHD that is not genetic but is induced by the low birth weight and the immaturity of the central nervous system. And then we can go right back to Zika, the same sort of low central nervous system maturity at the time of birth. And interestingly, there has been some information that head trauma to the fetus, in other words, the uterus gets hit in some fashion, that the developing baby has a head injury in the uterus, can cause ADHD. So we know that low birth weight, we know that prematurity, now we know that, so anything that can lead to a relatively immature brain at the time of birth can cause the non-genetic ADHD. But the idea that food additives or sugar or refined things do it is a hoax.
Okay,
Is that enough for that?
Well, I guess because we were talking about ADHD, and I had to pay attention at the same time. so just say it, Dr. Whaley. I mean, I said to myself when I asked the question, I better pay attention because they're not. I have some people have said that they make a joke and say squirrel. You know what?
People who can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Okay. Or what?
Do not have ADHD.
There you go, folks. There you go. You heard it from him.
Okay.
No. It seems. You see that, Dr. Whaley?
All right.
Retest him.
People. Well, I can get him neuropsych tested cheap if you want. All right. People,
wait a minute. How did it come to I'm neuropsych tested cheap? Oh my God.
People who can walk
and chew gum at the
same time. Now, Sam, I want you to listen to this because you're guilty. People who can walk
you're guilty.
And chew gum at the same time and text while walking, they don't necessarily have ADHD. People who can walk and chew gum and text at the same time, that they've got those things in their ears and they're listening to music, do not necessarily have ADHD. Now, if they're also talking on the phone, listening to music, texting, walking, and chewing gum at the same time, they don't have ADHD. So, because they're focusing on everything. ADHD is the one that can't stay focused on one task very long.
Well,
so
you know the list. You know the list you just made of all those things.
Yes.
I could do that and juggle. Okay, let's go. Let's go here. Let's wrap it up this morning. I do think I want to say this. I hope it's understood. I think the owner of the property next door intentionally make sure that weed eater runs every Friday morning at this time. That's my statement, okay?
I'd find that probably to be true,
You think so?
particularly since you made that observation about MSNBC.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why that weed eater runs on
do
that
too.
property next door on Friday morning.
All right.
What's the best treatment for acne scars?
That is a great question, and it opens up so much opportunity for you to get good advertising from cosmetic surgeons and so forth. So I had a very bad acne as an adolescent. You don't have to look very far to realize that I've got acne scars. But there is no home remedy, what you would be doing yourself at home for acne scars. And I'm going to leave this great big old physician paper here because there is no single treatment for acne scars. There's a variety of treatment for acne scars because each type is different. They have what they call the wave form of scars. They have the one they call boxcar scars. They have the ones that they call wrinkle scars, and every one is different in terms of what's beneath the skin in the terms of collagen. And this is not anything that the family doc or the local beauty parlor lady who does your eyeliner and your nails can do. This really has to be in the hands of cosmetically trained plastic surgeons or dermatologists. When I came along, there was only one treatment for acne scars, and generally that was leave them alone because it was expensive to get anything done to them and hope you grew out of them. The next thing that came along was dermabrasion, and dermabrasion was just taking a sander and sanding your skin off and letting it grow back from the bottom so that you had sort of sanded the scar off. Well, all that's gone. Dermabrasion now treats less than 2% of acne scarring. And the rest of it that you see now, you hear people who talk about going and getting a laser treatment and collagen treatment from the cosmetologist. The actual treatments that are utilized for bad scarring require very fine tuning of the type of laser energy, and there are dozens of laser energies, and your cosmetologist has got only one. So that if you were to go to the cosmetologist and get the laser stimulation to grow collagen under the skin, you'd be in the right family of treatments, but you really need to be in the hands of a cosmetic dermatologist or plastic surgeon. And nothing you can do at home, and not any salt bath.
Well, I think these are, and I want to thank you very much. These questions are very good every week. And, there's marketing, and, and there has been a lot of products, and I don't know personally myself, but there's a lot of products on the market that there's 30-minute infomercials for skincare and prevent scarring and, things like that.
Turn them off.
Turn them off. That's what Dr. Whaley says, turn them off.
I'd go to the History Channel, or I'd go to National Geographic and watch something educational and just shut the daggum infomercial off.
I have a question,
Yeah.
two of them. One, do you have anything finally prepared? And before we go there, the public knows there's two things. You bring a tab, and you thank you for you bring me a couple cigars. You're the only doctor
The
I
three,
have.
the three
Yeah,
this
three.
week.
Why'd you give them to Sam? Why did Sam get my cigars?
Oh, she
today?
doesn't. She didn't get them. You usually put them with your.
Okay.
Your
I was just concerned.
No, I'm not.
Usually you come in and find my bag, but this morning.
Okay, your bag's over there, and I'm afraid it would be sat on.
All right, I'm just joking around.
right.
I appreciate you very much. I wanted to give Sam a hard time because a minute ago when we were talking ADHD, she basically, you heard it yourself.
Well, yeah, I tell you, I went to another place because there was a huge study that came out yesterday in England about left-handedness and the degree of preparation that educational experts make to be able to handle the left-handed child. And school just started this week.
Right.
And there are a number of parents who have children that are left-handed who are going to be going to school that are going to have a lot of trouble adjusting to being in school because of their left-handedness, and the parents really haven't thought about it. And I'm not absolutely positive that school systems of the small size that we have here even have any formal approach to handling left-handedness. But if you think about it, when I started the school in 1945, many people find it difficult to believe, but through the first half of the 20th century, meaning up to 1950 and past, schools approached left-handedness as if it was a mental deficiency. And my school teacher, my first grade school teacher, had been called back for the duration of the war, and she was a purple-headed woman in her 70s, extremely competent and a great school teacher. But in my class, there were 2 left-handed kids. Both of us were boys. Left-handedness is about 15 to 17% of the population. We were made to write with our right hand. And I still write with my right hand instead of my left, which is why you can't read it very well. But I box left-handed. I do everything else left-handed. Your left-handed kid who goes to school
Southpaw,
today,
you box left. Oh my
box
gosh!
left-handed.
I would have never wanted to get in the ring with you.
No, because most people are not used to having the jab come from the right. So
Was Jerry Clooney left-handed? I just remember. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
right.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking
All right,
ADHD.
So, well, we're not. We're talking about
boxing.
having a very hard time being a kid in the first grade or kindergarten, all the way up through at least late high school because you're left-handed. Corkscrews are for right-handed people. Guitars are for right-handed people. Can openers are for right-handed people. The method by which we learn to write, the Walker method, and now they print, are all for right-handed people. So even the school, when they tell you to hold your pen like this and write like that, they don't do that for left-handed. You see many left-handed people.
Yeah, they write. Yes,
That
exactly.
is totally inappropriate. The left-handed person is supposed to turn their page in the opposite direction, let their hand be at right angles to the left end. In other words, there's a whole science behind the way you teach left-handed people how to write. Well, let's assume they want to be in the band, and they want to play the banjo. The banjo goes this way. Even baseball and ice hockey, they've learned about left-handed.
Right.
They got that all fixed, but the educated people don't. And so I was kind of taken yesterday when we were talking about when I was getting ready for ADHD. Then in the exact same day, this big study came out that says that school systems and parents need to be aware with left-handed kids that the world was not constructed for them, and help them learn how to deal with it, because they will have problems that nobody's going to recognize. They won't be able to pick up the guitar. They're going to have trouble opening a corkscrew or whatever. Anyway, so that's your freebie for the day.
Going through school, grade school, the kid that sat next to me, all 6 grades, Robert, was left-handed. And I watched him do that.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Right.
I always thought, wow, and then there was
Weird.
in my day,
that also smears their work if it's done with
right.
a pen.
And then in my day, back then, a lot of kids were forced to write with their right hand.
I was.
Forced. Are they still forced to write with their right hand? Encouraged.
Pre-K, they actually will try to encourage you not to write with it.
See, they encourage in pre-K not to write with your left hand. Interesting.
Anyway,
Okay.
so that's your freebie for the day.
Well, I always enjoyed Todd, and I'll just leave his name there. Todd batted left-handed and pitched right-handed. Was on my baseball team for years.
He was tough.
Todd was tough. Dr. Whaley, I appreciate you. Glad to have you back.
By the way,
home.
I pitch left-handed and bat right-handed also. But I wasn't really good.
The boxing is what has me nervous.
Yeah.
Getting in the ring
I
with a
did
left
box.
with a southpaw, that makes me
Yeah, I
nervous.
boxed until I was
Folks, we
14.
always appreciate the Georgia Cancer Specialist, for sponsoring this segment. We thank Dr. William Whaley for coming every week at 8:15 and doing Ask the Doc. Don't forget, you can send us questions or you can send comments you'd like to hear about today's show or questions in the future to chief@fetchernews.com or 706-889-9700. I'm your host, BKP. We're in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. You know, it started out this morning, it was a little drizzly. The patio was getting a little wet, but I tell you, the sun's coming up. It's beautiful here, and we're going to take a break because it's probably time for our Budweiser delivery, and you're going to hear the train whistle. I'm your host, BKP. We good, friend?
We're good.
Have a nice day.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from, Sycamore Crossing.
Sycamore Crossing.
I forget.
In beautiful Blue Ridge.
Beautiful Blue Ridge, Sycamore Crossing. Beautiful morning. Guys, I have Bruce and Rick. Bruce, we never know what he will say. He just all of a sudden just say something. And Rick will tell a joke and he thinks it's funny. Was
No
that
one
wrong?
else usually does.
Most
No
of the
one
time
else
you
usually
laugh,
does.
though.
Yeah, most of the time you laugh.
Do I?
I got a special treat today.
No, wait. Okay, go ahead, because I've got a little open in 3 minutes.
It's a little surprise.
Later. Much
Go ahead.
later.
Bruce feels bad because he's leaving to go out of the country.
Yeah, I've
next
been
week.
meaning that. Where are we going with that?
And I'm going the following. I'll be here one more time. So, in an effort to keep continuity in the show,
Yeah, we got to keep a balance.
yeah, we've got we want to introduce the All-Star Panel substitute gang today.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So no. I'm just checking. I am okay with this.
All right.
Because I'm trying to get this to where I show up and do the show.
Right.
You know, Sam is the producer, and if she's happy with it and she's making it work, I just would like. I'm usually the last to know. I'm good with that.
And we got Rose on social media.
Right, Rose over there. So all this is worked out, right?
Yeah.
And I know nothing about it, right?
No. Well, I mean,
I knew now.
Advance warning.
Right, I do now, right?
I'm just
Advance
telling
warning.
you that we just made an effort to make
So
a.
you have. So let's just wrap this up. You will be out of town.
I will be.
Okay, and you will be out of town.
I won't be out of town next weekend. I'll be out of town the following 2 weekends.
Okay, let's try it again. You'll be out of town.
Yes.
You'll be out of town.
Not next weekend.
Yes. Damn it. Oh, excuse me.
How's that?
It's Friday. We don't say bad words. Okay, you'll be out of town. You'll be out of town. So you have decided
Been right.
who gets the chair. You're making the decision.
No,
You're good with that?
No,
Oh, you deferred to him?
I deferred to him. Yes.
You've decided the 2 chairs. You picked them out. I'm okay
when
with
you
that because
see-
I really
did
trust you. To
I
go
did
with it.
come to him. I did come to him
When you
first.
see, you will
It
understand.
sounds like either one of you can make a decision, folks.
Hey, there's a candidate for office.
All right, folks. Here we are. I'm your host, BKV. Good morning from Sycamore Crossing. Sam, we're going to run a couple pictures, and I just want to say something, okay? Now, let me get this on some of the things to talk about. This morning, MSNBC, I know you hate to hear that, but I always like to look where they're going. MSNBC decided to say, we have at least seven senators that have come out against the president for what he said about Charlottesville, and they've got the courage. I want to show you David Perdue. Put up Senator David Perdue. This is your senator in Georgia. So I would like to know if our senator in Georgia, Senator David Perdue, is still supporting the President of the United States. This is our senator here. And because the media is pushing. And the reason I ask for this because I do support our senator, but the media is pushing and begging representatives and senators actually, what kind of journalism is that to come out against the president? So that's number one. Number two, James Murdoch. James Murdoch, and I don't know how I have these numbered. Let's go with James Murdoch, number one, from the New York Times. This is one of the CEOs, I think, of Fox News, correct? Yes. Rupert Murdoch's son. If you're not watching the destruction, if you're not watching what they're doing and paying attention, from Bill O'Reilly to who's the
Eric
latest
Bolling.
guy? Eric Bolling,
Charles Payne,
on and on. If you're not catching a pattern, James Murdoch says this morning on Fox News, CEO, put up number one, I think this is what it says. James Murdoch emailed to friends. What we watched last week in Charlottesville and the reaction to it by our President of the United States concerns all of us Americans. He said all of us. And free people. Whoa, let's go to James Murdoch, number two. I can't believe I have to write this. I can't even believe I have to write this. Standing up for Nazis is essential? No, standing up to Nazis, not for. Standing up to Nazis is essential. There are no good Nazi or Klansmen or terrorists. Democrats, Republicans, and others must agree on this, and it compromises nothing for them to do so. Now let's show a picture of James Murdoch. Blast Trump on Charlottesville response. You got that one up? Okay, I can't see. I don't have a teleprompter. And last but not least, our picture of the morning is some of the GOP. It's courage. It's MSNBC courage. They're having the courage to come out. Some in GOP gradually find courage to stand up against the president. Folks, this morning, 13 minutes. 13 minutes. I watched. I know you think I'm strange, but we'll move on. I watched And from 6 to 6:13, MSNBC, Joe and Mika, and the staff showed concern for the 13 dead. Now, I'm not making an equivalence. Dead is dead. 13 dead and 100 injured in Barcelona. That got 13 minutes. Then they went to the courage of the Republicans to try to dethrone, as they call the president, being unstable to serve. But, just this past Saturday, they were able to devote Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to one death. Please don't take that wrong. And we don't know 100% all the details. They put a little more than 13 minutes into that. See, ISIS said, hey, we did it, we're over here, we did it. Please put it out that we did it. MSNBC said this morning, although ISIS, this is what they said, although ISIS has claimed responsibility, we have no proof of that. NBC, this is a quote, NBC cannot confirm that at this time. NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN, you name it, were able to confirm Nazis, white supremacists, alt-right, and call Donald Trump insensitive within 5 to 7 minutes. Last Saturday. Interesting. See, the president took a minute and said he denounced all hate. That wasn't good enough. Remember when radical Islamic terrorists, we could not call them that because it would embolden them, encourage them. Remember that? We had to be careful, and that was the reasoning we could not come out. But President Trump was supposed to come out immediately and denounce Nazis, white supremacists, alt-right, which I do agree, but we were not concerned about encouraging them or upsetting them. What say you?
Oh, where do I go after
with it.
that?
There, it's out. It's out there, and I'm loving every minute.
I guess you are.
I'm out there, Ricky, and I'm loving every.
That was good. That was good.
It's 14 dead now, and they think it's going to go higher.
Okay.
They think it's going to go higher. Yeah.
It was,
some of them are very severely injured.
Well, what's the big deal? I mean, 13 minutes, 13 dead, MSNBC. I know how that's. Please, that's not me, folks. It really is not. Okay.
Yeah.
What say you?
I mean, where do you want to start? You want to start with Europe? You want to start with?
Okay, let's start with Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay.
Just give me a general statement on Charlottesville, Virginia. From we were together last Friday, Saturday, Charlottesville, Virginia took place. What say you on the president's response, the evolution of the response this week, and how the media has treated it?
Regardless of what he said, it will never be right.
Okay.
It'll never be correct.
It'll never be enough.
Never be enough. Or it'll be juxtaposed to what it should have been. It was a day late. It was $1 short.
In other people's minds.
They've already laid out the media, Fox really came out and laid out all the times that Obama did the same thing. I don't have enough information yet. Let's wait to see what it's really all about. That's all Trump was saying. So why do you beat this guy up like that? Why do you beat him up? Because they're trying to take him down. They're trying to make him look bad no matter what happens, no matter how he handles the situation.
Nothing will ever be right.
Nothing will ever be right. Get it through your head, Donald. Keep tweeting. Nothing will ever be right. You'll always be on the bad side.
And just to put it in perspective, Dylan Roof killed 9 people in Charleston. Barack Hussein Obama never once called out white supremacists, neo-Nazis, KKK, ever in that episode. Never. 9 people killed.
Bruce, but you are overlooking the fact he did sing Amazing Grace.
Hey.
In the front row.
In the front row.
In the front row.
And he broke out in it.
Yeah, long after the deaths, long after the day, long after 2 days afterwards, after.
And I don't want to make light of it. But
you brought a good piece to light though during the week. You said, would he have been there if it wasn't an opportune time for him to grandstand? That's all it was.
If he would have thought that he had totally lost West Virginia, period. Right. He'd have never sat in the front row at that memorial for the J. coal miners. He wouldn't have done it, period. And that's personal to me, and I stay away from that story because it is very personal to me. It's a dear friend. Her husband was in that mine. So,
all right, let's go across the pond now.
Yeah, not yet. Okay. Not yet. Let's stay with this. Okay, so the president's response. Did you know, were you aware that you, I'm saying this out loud, tongue in cheek, yeah, you, moi, yeah. I know you're traveling and you're practicing. Okay.
Je vous en prie.
Bruce, so now, Bruce, I'm going to go to him, you're going to lose your time. Okay.
You put me in timeout.
No.
I can mute their mics.
Okay, let's
put him in timeout.
McFly. Okay. I'm sorry. Now I got to switch over.
No, you don't. Nope. You're going to my friend first.
Okay, back to you, Bruce.
Marty.
Marty.
Spinning Marty. You've lost control.
Serenity
again.
now.
Serenity
now.
Serenity
Okay,
now.
let's bring it in because this is serious. Okay, did you? And I'm going to say this in a tense because I really want you to come up with this as a serious question. Did you know you are as racist as you are today before the media told you and Barack Obama was elected? Did you realize you and I are the racists we are today?
No,
Do you understand the question?
I understand, and no, I didn't understand that or know that. I mean, ever since Obama's been in office, there's been all these new terms, white privilege, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, it's like all this new stuff to sort of emphasize the racial divides in here, and who knew?
Did we still have racial issues in the country?
Yes.
But you and I did not realize until the media was helping us, right?
What a contributing factor I was.
I didn't, right?
Who knew?
And you, same question. You understand, no, you understand where I'm going with that,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
What did you? I mean, what say you?
I mean,
this Bud's for you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, literally, it's in
here. He is.
There he is. Okay.
No, yeah, that's Bud.
Yeah.
Don't do that on the show. Don't do that on the show. Never let that happen again. No, let's get back. Did you think we? What do you think of the last 8 years? My opinion is Barack Hussein Obama is responsible for the racial tension we're seeing today.
No question.
Not before you, but today. Do you agree?
The increased.
Yeah.
Increased.
Yes.
Increased. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we ought to have a beer summit. Talk about
Beer
it.
summit.
Well, not
Bud's
just him.
right
I
there.
mean,
Sam, run out, roll one of them doors up, and grab a 12-pack.
Yeah.
I will bail you out. They have bail money.
Beer summit.
No beer before 10.
That's right. If you can't start drinking in the morning, you can't drink all day, right?
Confederate history. Confederate history. I think the statues and the monuments were one generation away from our children knowing really anything, that's a big word, but anything about this history of this country if they continue to whitewash it. Oh, no pun intended. Sorry, I didn't mean to go there. Whitewash.
Eradicate.
Eradicate. We'll use eradicate.
Yeah.
Me, whitewash, you eradicate. Seriously.
Never see him again.
Sterilize.
What do you say about all of these cities jumping to remove Confederate monuments and statues throughout the South or the United States, period?
It's just revisionist history gone amok. I mean, if you start down this road, I mean, everything is up for grabs. I mean, you can rewrite anything to get it the flavor you like.
Bruce,
and I don't like
can
it.
you recant that thing that you sent us last week? I mean, I thought it was just so on point.
Yeah.
With the Confederate soldiers being brought to the same standard.
Yeah, their act of Congress was passed in 1957 that basically took all the Confederate veterans, all the services, anyone who was in the Confederate War, and put them on the same footing as U.S. military veterans going back to the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all on the same footing in 1957. So they are accorded the full rights of any U.S. military veteran.
So that hasn't changed?
No.
Okay.
No. So, I mean, their graves, their monuments, everything, basically are U.S. veterans, whether you like it or not, whether you rewrite it or not.
I want to get this in, not to interrupt. Thank you, sincerely, thank you, because I read that this week.
Isn't that?
Yes,
cool?
I read that this week,
Yeah.
and thank you for saying that we have. And the other thing, not to stay on this subject too long, but I think it's worthy of discussion. The equating it to Nazi Germany. Is it Austria and Germany that Nazi symbols against the law, things like that?
Yes.
Right? Equating it to Nazi Germany. Hitler had a goal of world domination.
Yes.
The South, I'm not trying to see how I could say this without, but the South had a goal of just separation and independence.
Yeah, they wanted to be their own regional bloc.
Am I going? What, I mean, I have no problem with us looking at race in this country. I have no problem with us looking at what caused last week in this country. But I have a serious problem with putting it in line with Nazi Germany and their statues and monuments that they've tore down.
And the media rolls this out because they know Nazi, neo-Nazi is a red button, hot pepper item. I mean, you throw that out and it sticks, it burns, it's bad. And, you say it enough and it becomes fact in people's minds. Where did that come from?
I'm
Stalinist,
right.
Leninist.
I think our Confederate history.
You repeat a lie enough.
I think our Confederate history in this country has to be preserved, and I don't see a problem with the Robert E. Lee statue. And I think we've got a big problem if Richmond, Virginia, don't they have Monument Row? Is that what it's called, Monument Row? Because Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy, and they have. And you know what they're deciding to do is to not take the monuments down. There's a whole row of monuments. Not take them down, but put disparaging,
plaques.
Yeah, to explain just how bad they are.
It's Washington Memorial. When do you think they're going to bring that down?
Ooh. Jefferson Memorial.
Did I? No, I'm serious. I say this jokingly. Did I dream that somebody even went after one of Lincoln's, or one?
No, you didn't dream it.
Well,
they've taken a lick on everything.
Right.
There's a professor at Duke who is in Asian and Slavic studies, and made the statement that there's 8 U.S. Armed Forces bases that have the name of Confederate generals or people from that era. And
Fort Benning, Fort Hood,
Polk.
We could go through them.
Yeah, there's 8, and then the National Guard had 2. Says that all those names should be changed.
We're going to take a brief break because we're going to have a couple segments, and then at right before we complete our all-star panel this morning, political panel, we're going to introduce you to my new co-host for the panel while these two gentlemen are across the pond. Or wherever they're at. I don't know. It's hard to tell. They could be in Arizona for all I know. But we're going to introduce you to our new... I need to meet them myself, thinking about it. But we are going to go across the pond. That's where we're going next. We're going to now go across the pond when we return at what happened in Barcelona and ISIS. Take us to break, Sam.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Oh, are we back?
We're back.
Well, we did a segment on ADHD this morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can't remember, huh?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm your host.
Focus.
I'm your host, BKP. We are in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hey,
absolutely beautiful.
The noise just went away.
I know. I don't want to get
nice?
started on that. I don't want to get started on that. I can't. I don't want to be ugly.
Be beautiful.
Yeah, I don't want to be ugly. I want to be nice.
You're beautiful.
I don't want to be. It's not in my heart. What are we talking about? Who are you?
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
Across the pond.
This is Bruce. This is Rick. We're in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Fire and Fury.
We're at Sycamore Crossing. We've got Tupelo Tea. We got Kinty, the Peruvian store. New Blue Home and Gift. Broken Bull. We have my new co-host coming up in a minute. We have the star of the show, pet of the week. I got all the...
You got it all in.
Okay. Let's go across the pond. Last night, you say 14 now and maybe
14
more.
and, yeah.
14 dead in Spain where a car or a truck or vehicle went zigzagging through a crowded street. 14 dead, 100 or more injured, and maybe more.
A very wide walking street, Las Ramblas.
Very wide walking street.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
So
many times.
You know exactly where that's at.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. You know where?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 miles across the pond is North Africa.
Yeah.
Who wants to start?
Did you hear Wolf Blitzer equate what happened in Barcelona to a copycat, maybe, just maybe, from Charlottesville?
Okay, I do want to hear this, but I did. I'm driving up here this morning, and somebody said yesterday.
Amazing.
And I'm going to tell you out there, I apologize, and I am going to try to stop yelling. I really am. I'm going to. But like yesterday's show, so I'm driving up here, and I'm saying, please, nobody say Wolf Blitzer. Nobody say Charlottesville. I'm just saying, please don't let that happen, because I got to keep myself together. Go ahead.
It was over to him.
Okay.
Slowly I turn. I want to hear it. I'm not actually joking. I mean, I'm starting to get angry. I hate to put it that way. I don't know. Do you understand where I'm going?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it goes back to what he said before. I mean, they are just spinning, and they keep repeating these things.
Tell our viewers what Wolf Blitzer actually said for those that don't know at home.
He said that perhaps what happened in Charlottesville became a model so that they copied it in Barcelona. So, we're talking about
ridiculous. So he forgot He forgot Paris. He forgot like 4 other incidents before.
Well, I mean, they're so close, aren't they? I mean, obviously.
Oh.
Here's what happened last year. This year alone,
I don't know which way to turn.
I know.
So,
5 cities, and the acronym is PLEASE: Paris, Lisbon, Stockholm, and then Barcelona, Nice. PLSB Nice. Please be nice. That's how you remember them. 5 of them in the EU, because of the demands put on these countries by the head of the EU to bring in all of these refugees. I'm telling you, listen to Nigel
Farage.
Listen to Nigel Farage. He makes all the sense in the world.
Open borders.
Yeah.
Open
it's unbelievable.
Right?
How Nigel was right on the
Well,
right
I mean,
on the money.
it's what the EU does, and all these national leaders, go along with it because it's a compassionate thing to do. I mean, it's optics. Everything's optics.
I guess there's 2 more things I want to make sure with this, and I don't know if you heard my opening monologue this morning, but immediately after Charlottesville, now Barcelona happened. This attack. Yesterday afternoon, we started hearing about this in our nightly news cycles throughout the night,
Yeah,
the morning,
now,
right?
Yeah.
Charlottesville last
3 o'clock
week.
in the afternoon.
Charlottesville last week. The tragedy that is, Charlottesville immediately, instantaneously, I say jokingly, within 5 to 7 minutes, the media was able to come out and denounce. Well, he didn't do it in 7 minutes. Denounce the president's statement and announce the responsible parties. You were hearing neo-Nazi, you were hearing alt-right, you were hearing Unite the Right, you were hearing white supremacy. You were hearing this immediately, correct?
Right.
Immediately. Okay? No pause to see. I want to give you this opening, and I'm going to move out of the way.
Okay.
We have yet to hear in depth Antifa, right? Okay. Now, this morning, and I do watch because I think I have to keep up with it with my business and my efforts to make sure that I'm bringing you good information out here. NBC, here's ISIS. ISIS is holding their hand up. We did it. We're over here. We're responsible. Since Saturday, you've not seen a tweet. You've not seen a video. You've not seen the head of the neo-Nazis come out and say, we accomplished what we wanted in Charlottesville. We killed one and ran up, right? We haven't heard the
anyone taking credit.
Credit, right?
Okay, you want to call it credit.
Right?
Yeah.
ISIS is waving their hand. We did it.
We did it.
MSNBC opens their show. MSNBC. ISIS, this is what Minka Brzezinski looks at that camera and says. ISIS makes claim of responsibility, but we have no proof at this time. This is a quote. I typed it up. I wanted to see, what are these people open with? Here's the second part. NBC cannot verify that ISIS carried out the attack. 6:01 this morning is what they looked at the camera and told the American people.
And unverified?
And you wonder why I'm just...
Yeah, nails on the chalkboard.
Right?
And unverified, again, reports concerning the Charlottesville guy. Supposedly he was on antidepressive meds. They don't know if he was on or off. Secondly, there's been a film that's come up that showed someone whacking the back of his car with a baseball bat. And they're saying now perhaps that he just reacted to that. He was trying to get away, he jammed on the accelerator, he panicked. None of that's like being talked about. And again, at the end of the day, it might be small potatoes, but still.
But we had Barack Obama, and I am trying to be open with the discussion and not just say anything Trump does is right, anything Barack Obama does is wrong. We had Barack Obama for 8 years that would not identify, okay? Would not say radical Islamic terrorists, would not, okay? The reason, he would denounce hate groups, right? Things like that, right? For years. Every time something happened, we would denounce
bigotry, racism.
Right? He would denounce hate.
So what
all
happens?
hate.
So what happens when Trump does that?
Exactly. And his claim was, some people want me to use another phrase or whatever, but we feel that emboldens them helps them in recruiting. You remember all the stuff we've been told, right? That was not good enough for Donald Trump to come out and denounce all hate. He had to say Nazis. Now, where was our fear? Now, the media took Barack's side with, we understand, because we don't want to be a recruiting tool. Try not to lose it. Okay. We don't want to be a recruiting tool, right?
Yep.
Where was that same understanding of not wanting to be a Nazi recruiting tool, not wanting to be an alt-right? Am I making any sense? I swear to God, I'm being serious. Bruce, I want to know now. Am I making any sense? Answer the question.
He said rhetorically. A little. But you get into this.
All right, I'm going to sit back. You guys,
I mean,
fire and fury. Go ahead.
Before the election, we've been talking about the media spin on this. They don't like the guy. You know, he's not like Barack, intelligent, a lawyer, urbane.
Empty suit.
Yeah, can sing and groove and dance and all this sort of stuff. You know, he's a business guy. He's rough around the edges, and they don't like him. And, you know, from before the election, they were just trying to put him in a box with every label, every negative thing they could, you know, dream up, and then just pound him with it, pound him with it, pound him with it. It hasn't changed. It's not going to change.
He said it all. Not going to change. I said it earlier. Not going to change. Get used to it. Keep tweeting. Keep your base happy.
Well, do things for America, which I think he is doing. He's rolling back regulations. He's talking about infrastructure. He's talking about tax reform. He's talking about, you know, medical insurance reform. I mean, those are things that matter to people.
Yeah, and he's got people on the left and people on the right fighting him tooth and nail.
Well,
just to make him look bad.
The deep state, they are determined not to make sure there is as minimal success, even to the point of removing him, and that's on both sides of the aisle.
Yep.
Now,
yeah, the impeachment talk.
All right. So let me move with two other things.
Okay.
We find now that the Republicans now have courage. They didn't have.
We're king of the jungle. I need courage. Oh, I need courage.
I need a heart.
If I only had a brain. I had to go there, okay? You ran that great clip during the week. I loved it. The Wizard of Oz.
Now, what's one thing I don't have? Courage.
Courage.
Stop it. Stop that now. Stop that now. All right. No. Let's have our serious moment.
Okay.
We got our new co-host in the Star of the Week. Our pet going to be showing up in a minute. Seriously, the Republicans did not have the courage to fix Obamacare, and they didn't mind to lie to you. They didn't have the courage to do so many things that I don't use the term mistruths. I hate that. There's several mistruths. No, they lie. Well, they embellished it. No, they lie.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. You don't use obfuscation?
No.
Okay. Lie. It's much shorter, easier to
Let's call
pronounce.
a spade a shovel.
So, the Republicans have no problem, and I hate to say Republicans in general, they get upset, but they have no problem in coming to the podium and lying to you. Now, the Democrats enjoy it. They do. I mean, true. I tell you what, Schumer and Pelosi, they can't wait to get out there. They look right and care a lie. They love it. You love it. Oh, that's who they are. But Republicans tell a better lie, making us think that they are very much interested in changing and getting rid of Obamacare. Point is, now the Republicans have picked up some courage, and up to 7 senators are going against the president, coming out. MSNBC is begging this morning, everybody, you cannot be nameless. You cannot say you denounce Nazis. You have to throw Trump in the front of it. You got to denounce him too. They're begging. Scarborough, Minka, they're all CNN begging you to come out and denounce him. Now, I find out, I knew this for quite some time, but for our viewing audience, I find out Tennessee, it confuses me, Tennessee needs 2 senators. That confuses me, because Lamar Alexander needs to go, and so does Bob Coker, right?
Yeah.
How did Tennessee, I love you out there.
Every
I don't get real
state-
excited come orange and, red day, but still, Knoxville.
Red day.
Yeah, Knoxville, I mean, you're okay, but still, Tennessee, what happened?
Every state gets 2.
Well, they're in need of 2.
The point is, they both need to go.
Hey, go for
Coker
it.
comes out and
Volunteer
Coker says, they tried.
We tried. We tried to support the president. This is Senator Coker from Tennessee. We tried to support the president, but the president has permanent flaws. See, they're saying he has permanent flaws. We're not going to get past this. They're setting the groundwork. We can't get past this. We thought, this is what Coker says in an interview. We thought when he came into the Oval Office, we'd calm down, things would settle, he would see Bannon wasn't good for the country, he would be gone, and he would, the truth is, allow the establishment in to take over.
The office would calm him down.
Right.
Yes.
But we now see he has permanent flaws. Coker's comments are more important than the terrorist attack this morning. They spent more time on his... The president does not know. This is what Coker said. Now, this is a billionaire. Yes, he got $1 million from his dad, but nobody understands the backstory on that. We don't have time. He got $1 million from his dad. His dad said, get the hell out of Queens, go to Manhattan, see what you can do. I'm tired of you aggravating me over it. So he goes down there. He turns $1 million into $1 billion, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And, he used some of our tax codes and he used some of our legal devices to do it, but he turned it into $1 billion. He worked, created a media empire, but Coker says the president does not know what made America great. That's exactly what Bob Coker said. And I'm thinking Mitch McConnell and them don't know what made America great.
I agree.
Coker's comments. He says he's unstable to serve, not fit to serve, no stability. Do you think they will stop, or what happens? I keep wondering what happens because they are on a move. They even got senators coming out and saying he's got permanent flaws.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable when you talk like that.
You know, but you haven't heard for...
I watched it.
You know what you haven't heard for a week?
What?
Russia. Not a word.
Well, yeah, you're right. It resurfaced a little bit last night with Assange coming out, and that.
Do you know why?
Dana
I will tell you
Rohrabacher.
why. You know why you haven't heard Russia? For a week.
The media shell game. They're like picking the one with the shell that they want to emphasize.
Okay, let me tell you why you haven't heard Russia for a week. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is good.
I'm all ears.
Okay. The reason you have not heard about Russia for a week is because the alt left, the media, which is part of the alt left, okay, the people that are intended to tear this president down, their top thing on their list, they got a chalkboard. I've seen it. Okay, I've seen their chalkboard. And it says, remove Donald Trump from president. Remove Donald Trump from the Oval Office. That's the top of the chalkboard. Stay with this. Okay, that's the top of the chalkboard. You got it? Visualize it.
Yeah.
Everything underneath are bullet points to achieve that. You with me?
So they got arrows
follow
going
this.
up.
Follow this.
Okay.
Don't get silly on me now.
Okay.
Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
Everything's the bullet points. They're down here. So it's like reordering your visual thing at the house. If you know, so Russia is here if it's the top thing of the week that will achieve this and move this forward. But if racism, Charlottesville apps can do this for 3 or 4 days to stay focused on the removal, they move it.
So it's like
you know where I just
so
went?
it's like the wheel of
You see it?
misfortune.
Did that blow your mind?
Is it like the wheel of misfortune?
Was that so
You just
good?
spin it to whatever
Well,
you
it
want.
was good, but I
hell? I was
see
looking for a
that
little
as a shell game.
But you understand?
Yeah.
You understand? The top is remove him. Do you agree?
It's like the ticker and
do
wheel
you
of
agree-
misfortune.
Do you agree they
Wheel
want
of
to remove him
misfortune,
from the
yeah.
office?
Oh yeah.
Do you
End
agree?
game.
Yeah.
Definite end game.
Trying.
And do you agree that Charlottesville moves up and
Russia moves down.
and they want to the stability, right?
Yes.
So if collusion is what is the special of the day, it's like going to a damn restaurant.
Yeah.
If collusion's the special of the day, right? To achieve the goal, it goes up here.
The rotating menu of
With
bad
me?
food. Yes.
Wait, we got to have that. The rotating menu of bad food. The special of the day. We have broke some ground.
That's it. What is
We're
the
ahead
bill
of
of fare?
we're ahead of the
soup du
curve.
jour? The soup
Okay,
du jour.
I'm going to take a break because we got some things because we're going to come back and we got a couple minutes. So I don't want to forget. Can you got a final thought for the day, friend?
Right now?
Let me explain how this is going to work. You're going to give me a final thought of the day?
Sure.
You're going to give me a final thought of
I
the day.
got a beauty.
Wait, stay. I'm going to say, take us a break, Sam. We're going to come back, meet the new co-host.
I got it.
Once we meet the new co-host, because
You gotta be so sassy.
I may be the only one. I may not be the only one with attention deficit disorder in the next segment. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. And they come out, and honestly, I need some work.
Yeah.
And my age, there's no excuse. Second, then we're going to go out and come back with our star. You got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Final thought.
In a previous life, I was.
You guys never bring anything to hit me with, right? I just want to double check, right?
Yeah,
Right,
you,
go.
you give me the
I'm just
floor and then
concerned.
you-
I
yeah.
get nervous.
In a previous life, I used to be involved with the Stone Mountain Laser Show, which was one of the finest productions ever brought to anybody in the Southeast. I'm not from the South. I'm from a suburb of Chicago, but I moved here in 1979, and I was instrumental with 3 other gentlemen to bring that show to the forefront, and it was phenomenal. It was shot on the side of Stone Mountain, which has an outcropping of the largest in the U.S., not in the world, because Ayers Rock in Australia is the largest, but Stone Mountain is the largest in the U.S. Beautiful carving on the side. We highlighted Robert E. Lee. We highlighted Stonewall Jackson. We did a phenomenal show, and it absolutely breaks my heart to think that there's a move afoot to try to sandblast history off the side of that rock.
They're going to take what, the 3 heads of the gentlemen on horses?
I'm not endorsing, but I interviewed Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle the other day, actually the day after.
Yeah.
And he is a candidate for governor of Georgia, and I asked him directly, would a Governor Casey Cagle remove Stone Mountain, the monument? And he said no. We need to preserve our history. So I just wanted to say that's not endorsed. I haven't gotten the opportunity to ask that. Your final thought of the day?
Coal comeback. Weekly coal productions increased 14.5%. Exports were up 58%. And you know what? The GDP in West Virginia in the first quarter was ranked 2nd in the nation behind Texas.
Woohoo!
And the number 3 state was New Mexico, both heavy mining states. It's not necessarily going to be a long-term thing, but U.S. coal production is going to be a viable part of electrical generation in this country for at least the next 3 decades.
Okay, I want to tell you how much I appreciate that. But for me and my friends in West Virginia, could you at least say West by God, Virginia, when you do a report? Please?
Almost West by God, Virginia. Okay.
No, John Denver. Okay, we're going to go, but before we do, because I want to make my final thought, and then after this, we're going to have a lot of fun for the next 20 minutes. Confederate Civil War. I'm in Fannin County, all right? I'm in Fannin County, and you might not hear these stories. Fannin County, Georgia. And my mother-in-law and her mother and so on, the stories have traveled down through generations. Union soldiers, after the war, were traveling back north, and several traveled through Fannin County making their way north. There's stories of over here in the woods and out in the woods at that time of the old wood fence posts of young 14-year-old kids sitting on a fence post, and Union soldiers just mad that they have to travel through here and shot them off the fence while they were sitting on it and killed them. You know what? That story has come down through 3 generations through my family. The accuracy, the details. But you sit down with people that have carried those stories and the history that goes with that. The Hatfields and McCoys, West Virginia and Kentucky. What was the biggest concern? What was the biggest concern of the governor of Kentucky and the governor of West Virginia, if you study it? The Civil War had just ended. And they were concerned that that feud alone could reignite the North and South. What in the Sam Hill's going on? I'll tell you that story later. You ever hear that? That's Detective Sam Hill. Governor of Kentucky said, Sam Hill, get up there and find out what in the world's going on. Google that, true story. We can't erase our history. It's who we are. That's it. So we'll leave with that. It's who we are. That's me. I'm going to go. Don't go nowhere. My new co-host, you ready for this? I didn't want to get too serious with the co-host. Never know. They're new. Take us a break. Stay here. You don't want to miss this. And our pet of the week. Take us out, Sam.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
20% off is a big number, but you always save big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. And now during Malibu month, every new Malibu LS is discounted 20% off at Days, starting from just $19,900. Plus, huge discounts on Silverado crew cabs too, from just $35,900. So if a low price makes you smile, come save 20% off at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
And we're back here at Sycamore Crossing, and we're going to get serious for just a second. That would be me. You know, Bruce and Rick are going to be out of town for a couple weeks, and I need some co-hosts. Rick.
This is the nominated party Bruce and I got together.
Okay.
Bob. These are my grandsons, Easton and Mason. And there's your telephone.
My apology for that.
Okay.
My apology.
These boys have volunteered their time, and they said they'd be happy to step in, and can easily take over for Fire and Fury here.
So Easton and Mason, right?
Easton and Mason.
Easton and Mason.
Where's your mama? Say hey, mom. Your mama watching?
Okay, now will you be okay if we talk politics, or do you want to talk cartoons? What do we want to talk?
What do you want to talk about?
Cartoons.
You like cartoons?
Politics.
No.
What do you got?
What's your subject? You want to talk about Batman? No.
Batman. What about Superman?
Superman. No.
How are we going to do a show if only thing you say is no to everything I ask? How are we going to do that?
You can represent the Democrat left. Everything that Trump says.
Don't do that to those
he
kids.
Just says no.
Everything I want to do, you're going to say no. No?
He's even preempting you.
You can hang out with me anytime.
Just no? That's it? Now, wait a minute. Easton and Mason. Easton, right?
Yes, sir.
Mason.
Yes.
Easton, does he do all the talking when you're at home? Does he?
He's the spokesperson.
Okay, before we go, I want to know, what's your favorite toy? What's your favorite toy?
Do you like Grump's Gator? You like a gator ride?
Okay, this is very important, and Dad wants to make sure you get this question right, too. Dad is at home, wanting to make sure you get this question right. Do you have a baseball glove?
Yeah,
huh?
you do.
Do you have a baseball glove?
They both do.
Right? Okay. Because Dad, it's very important that Dad wants to make sure both of you have a baseball glove. And I may explain one day. Everybody's got to have a baseball glove. You understand?
Their dad works for Mizuno. They better have a baseball glove.
I wasn't going to say it. You better have a baseball glove.
They got more than one, let me tell you.
It's like a golf club. Do
with
you like
their
going to
name
baseball
engraved on
games?
them?
I have to. Did you see that beautiful doggy over there that's coming up next? So you gonna stick around, see? That's everything is no with you. I bet you if I asked if you wanted ice cream, you wouldn't say no.
Yeah, you paused on that, didn't you? Had to rethink that one, didn't you? Okay, listen.
All right.
All right. Well, you're starting to act like Bruce. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry. That was wrong, wasn't it? Anyhow, guys, one more thing. Do you like going to baseball games? Do you like it? You get a hot dog there? Do you like going to the Braves games?
He got a laugh from no, so it won't quit now.
Folks, you can see the challenges that are ahead of me for the next couple weeks as Bruce and Rick travel. But then again, Bruce and Rick are here, and you see the challenges I have every week. So
there you go.
It won't be much different. And
nope.
Hey, the answer could be no. You may change your mind between now and then. Maybe. No. There you go. We're going to work on these guys. Easton, go ahead. Say what you want, friend.
Didn't somebody say once that you shouldn't have kids or dogs on your show? Shouldn't ever follow a kid or a dog act, right?
Exactly.
Well, we got the pet of the week coming up next.
Now, I mean, you know, if you get booked on Carson, sure, age. I'm not going on after the 4-year-old and the dog act, not me. So, guys, thank you for being here. It's great to see you again. I remember seeing you at a baseball game with M&M's, and I don't know what to do with this guy. I'm your host, BKP. Rick, thank you very much for bringing the guys.
Thanks for having us.
And, we love these little guys. I will be back right after this with our pet of the week. And he barks no. No, I'm just saying it. Right after this, star of the show from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, every Friday, our pet of the week. And Rena will be here. Take us out of here. Guys, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Come on.
Bye-bye.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Hey, I'm your host, BKB, and we're at Sycamore Crossing on Friday morning, and we like to end with our star. All right, quit your crying.
Come here.
We like to end with our star of the show for the week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. And who do we have with us today?
This is Augie.
Augie.
AKA
what do I have? Which hand?
Wigglebutt.
Augie. Augie. Which hand? This hand? No, it's not in that hand. No, it's over here. Which hand? It's over here. No, not in that hand. Right here. Augie. Oh. Tell us a little bit about Augie. Why, as you know, if you're not new to the show, this is my part. Augie and I don't have anything in my hand. We're following it.
Here's his newspaper so he can fetch your news. Did you get it? Did you even hear me?
Yes.
Do you even hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Augie is about 3.5 months old. He'll be 4 months the end of this month. And there goes his water. We believe him to be a Jack Russell mix. I don't believe he's going to be a really big dog. He has beautiful colors. He obviously is a puppy. He's very good in the kennel, however. He's still learning, certain things. I think he will sit if you ask him to. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
If you ask him to sit with the
Was
treat.
that my cue?
Yeah.
Sit, Augie. Sit, boo-boo. Sit, Augie. Sit.
You have to give him a treat.
Oh.
Come here, baby.
Oh, you like encouragement.
Anyway, he came in. Actually,
sit,
he's
sit,
been
sit,
with us just the beginning of
babe,
August.
Sit, babe. Speak.
So he's just
Sit,
come out
sit,
of intake.
Sit. Sit.
Say I am sitting. Now give me my treat.
Yeah, really. He's recently just
We're
come out of.
working on
Are you
some
listening
things.
to me?
No. Okay, I'm going to try.
He's recently come out of intake, and so he's just got into general pop, I think, earlier this week. But he's doing well. The other dogs are doing fine with him. I don't remember if he's played with anybody just yet, but he's definitely all puppy. And,
Okay, Augie, rumor is you just got out. That's my joke. You didn't pick
yeah,
up on that?
I got it.
With this, what? I'm just sitting. What do you think? I tell you.
He's sitting for his toy.
Stay right there. No. You stay. You stay right there till it gets there. Yep. You stay there till it gets there. What am I going to do with you? I know. Spend hours on the back porch loving you? No,
Yep,
I can't.
Yep. Take him home.
Yeah. How can you not? How can you not, folks? Augie will sit right there. Okay.
Has his face been near the camera at all, or just his wiggle butt?
Turn around and say
Come
hello
here,
to the
Augie.
fans.
Come here, Augie.
Turn around.
Come here, baby. There you go. Come here. Here we go. Turn this way.
Augie is
Here we
just
go.
out of intake, and what
Yes.
does that
There we
mean?
go.
Is when you go to the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, they guarantee you that all of their dogs and cats go through an intake process. Tell them what the intake process is, or tell them again, because you probably already have and I didn't pay attention. So
Not today.
what is exactly the intake process?
When the dog comes in, like Augie, they will stay 14 days in intake to make sure that there are no diseases to be passed over to general pop. And Augie's 14 days were up earlier, so he's come out, and he's in general population now. And if you want to come out and meet Augie.
Augie left!
Augie, come back. Augie.
I am going to have to take this segment more serious. I'm going to
When
have
you
to be
have
more
the
serious.
dog, I need you to hold the dog. There you go.
Rena, tell him he's on restriction.
I got it now.
I can't help it.
Augie will bring you. No, it's okay.
Intake 14 days.
14 days,
14
yes,
days.
to make sure there's no diseases. And he's come out, and when you adopt a dog from us, they will be up to date on the shots, spayed or neutered, and microchipped. If they are a puppy, we do what's known as foster to adopt, so that you can take them into your home and train them until such time that they can be neutered or spayed. And Angel went this week. Remember Angel, little Angel?
Yes.
And Kayla.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
Kayla
great.
went to a home
Found
this
good
week
home.
also.
Okay,
So
good.
the two of them are in their home, and we have another new dog in intake. In 14 days, we'll be bringing him out to introduce to people. But come on out and look at the dogs we have. They all need a great home. They're looking for a home. Most of them, all of them, just want to be loved and be a part of a family. 171 Mineral Springs Road, which is just off of Aska. Call us at 706-632-4357, Follow us on Facebook to see the dogs that are adopted or missing or found dogs. We do courtesy posts for that. And go to our website, humanesocietyofblueridge.org, and check out everything on our website there.
Two things. I know I'm interrupting, but then
That's
again,
okay.
you know how I am.
That's okay.
I have proven today that this dog would be perfect for a family.
Oh,
Am I
yes.
right?
Oh, yes.
I got that.
He met the twins.
Okay.
I think they're
so
twins.
So the twins, yeah. So,
yes.
so the
Yes.
kids was
the
all right.
kids were fine.
Got all excited.
Yep.
Okay. The second thing that we always like to cover before we leave. How do you feel, Augie, with other dogs? Are you picking that up? I know we always have to do a meet and greet.
Yes.
You always have to schedule a meet and greet. Come up, bring your family, bring your children, and your other dog.
Yes.
What do you think about Augie around
I
the
think
other
he'd
dogs?
be okay. It depends on the dog. If the other dog wants to, wants to have a playmate, like Angel and Kayla both have a brother and a sister, so they both went to homes with other dogs, and their meet and greet went very well. So if you have another dog, you bring them out, you schedule a meet and greet, and we see if the two dogs get along. And Augie, I see him being fine, playing with another dog, playing with kids, being a great family pet, and just really giving you a lot of laughs. Come here, Wigglebug.
Folks, you have to schedule a meet and greet, and you can find them, Humane Society of BlueRidge.org.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you can find them on the website. You can find their Facebook page. We always post the Pet of the Week, our little segment here, and they put it on their page and sometimes their website, but we get the information out here at FetcherNews.com under our community section for Augie and all of his friends out there. There's several cats also, so you want to go out and visit them throughout the week. If you're traveling from somewhere else, Atlanta or somewhere, and you want to come up and look at these beautiful pets, call first, get the information, and schedule a meet and greet today. And somebody come and take Augie home and let him find a nice, loving home. Oh.
Yes, and we're normally open Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 2. This Monday, with the Eclipse thing going on, we will be closed. So this weekend we'll be closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But come on out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 2, and come meet our animals. And like Brian said, we have a lot of cats and kittens that really need homes also, and really great cats and kittens. I know you're not really fond of them, but they are really, really sweet.
Why do you always bring that up? I mean,
you said it, not me.
I never said it. Let me close the show, and I don't say this enough, okay? But let me close the show this morning this way. Rena, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You come every week. You started last year. You bring a pet. Your friend here comes with you. I know there's so many people out there, and we don't want to miss anybody and leave them out. But I want to say thank you for coming every week.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because there's days that they don't know. You don't know if the dog is going to ride well. It's the first time. You don't know what they're going to do when they get here, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
If they handle the traffic or noise.
Yes.
And you do this every week, and I want to say thank you very much.
Well, we
from
appreciate you
us.
having us too, being able to show our dogs on TV and see what's out there. We do appreciate that. And I wouldn't be able to do it without the workers there that are taking
I
care of
know
everything
that.
while
And
I'm here.
I do know that.
No,
And,
don't eat the furniture.
And no, I have snacks here. Augie is available now. Augie, just when I have you on the road, you're going to chew something. You don't do that. Get your mitts. Take us out of here, Sam, because it'll never stop.